Welcome back, everybody. This is poozrfroope with another episode of Feed the Beast. Boy, do I have something to show you today. So since I last saw you guys, I've done a couple things with my suit of armor. I went ahead and put mending on them. That means that the durability is more or less not ever an issue. With the dark armor, only a certain percentage of the damage is absorbed by the energy, by the power. And that goes up the more you empower it. So in power 4, it might be 80% damage absorbed. Now, so it still takes damage, and I think I could still repair it, but I went ahead and just put mending on all of them, so with experience, they just all stay up. I'll show you that later. So let's check. Oh, no glider. I also made a wireless charger. Now I made a wireless charger for other reasons, but what's really cool about wireless charger is that every time I come back to base, all of my gear will just be charged wirelessly. I made this for another reason, like I said. I'll get to that. But this has a 26 block radius around it. So this covers easily my whole base. So yeah. But the thing that I have to show you guys, I am super proud about. I've never made anything quite like this. And that is, this is an Enderman farmer. I'm using a Killer Joe. I want to go all over it with you. So using the really cool breaker switch. Oops. Gotta make sure all of them are dead. Killer Joe's gotta kill him. Come on, guys. What are you doing? How is that guy walking against the... Yeah. No more spawning. No more spawning. Daddy's got to show his fans. Oops. Yep, that'll happen. That'll happen when you're using one of Ender IO's vacuum chest. The vacuum chest, I have it piped to go into this chest because all I get right now are Ender Pearls, Solidified Experience, Enderman Heads, which I have 6 of them. That's pretty good. I also get Dimlet Parcels, and Endermen drop this, I guess, over, randomly. You open it up, and it's just a mix of RF tool dimensions, controller types, and circuits. Yeah, don't know what's going on there, but let's start off with the Killer Joe. The Killer Joe needs a weapon. It needs nutrient tank. I have both the Killer Joe and the auto spawner hooked up to this breaker switch. I put, for the Ender, I went ahead and empowered it up to level 3. I put mending on it because I think that it gets some of the experience from its kills. Now, in other Ender IO versions, it would collect experience for you, and I wonder why it's not doing that, because it wasn't doing that for me before. And that's why I have the XP vacuum chest over there. So I put mending sharpness 5. What's really cool about the possibility, sharpness 5 just makes it hit harder. And I plan on putting looting, and I plan on putting experience boost on it, so I can get more experience out of it. So I can just take this out and deal with that later. If he has the sword in his hand and you're over here, you're fair game. He's gonna whoop on you. So I'll put that sword back. Some other time I'll do those upgrades. The experience is gathered and is sent up through a network to that experience obelisk up top. I'll come back to that. So I have, these are conduit facades. This is the power coming in. I'm using the immersive engineering conveyor belts to push them because the range on this sucker is only up to there, as you can see. This vacuum chest has different ranges. It goes up 6, so it goes all the way up to there. Sometimes loot will pop out further, so I have to go a little bit further. Okay, so the Killer Joe doesn't need energy, just needs nutrient distillant. It's cool because it slowly drains up. It's like the Futurama heads in a jar. Pretty cool. The experience is saved well, first of all, I have 9 stacks of 16 ender pearls already. Booyah. Kasha. The experience is piped all the way up to my enchanting area, into this obelisk. I had issues with that, but if you guys are ever going to use an experience vacuum, you need to get my Yeti wrench. You need to activate the experience vacuum with liquid experience. So you just get one of those, like what do they call those things? Experience. Oh no, stop. You're good. Whatever those experience bar staff things right there, and shoot some experience in it to activate it. That was a pain in the butt. But as you can see, this is I used the pressured fluid conduit to be extra fancy. It goes all the way down. The powering comes from the a capacitor. Okay, capacitor bank. It goes down, and that services the vat, which I didn't talk to you guys about. The vat's right here. The vat makes a nutrient distillant, and there's different recipes to make it, so I'm gonna somehow need to automate whatever I need for this. Zombie heads and mob heads are 2, and fermented spider eyes are 2, but I probably won't ever run it on fermented spider eyes just because, I don't know, that seems like a pain just to make. So this is pumped through the back here. You can't see it because it goes through the back. Actually, you can kind of see it through there. And that goes over here, down and underneath and up. I have the insulated redstone circuit conduit for this. It comes around and it attaches to both these, and I use that. A lot of facade work, so it keeps kind of a certain look. This is the pressurized conduit fluid that the experience goes up to the tank. And I have this kind of wrap around from its connection to the vat. So in the end, not too fancy, but I did a lot of work on the side. Let's go ahead and close this baby up. And yeah, really, really proud of this. I can make the spawning go faster. Right now, I'm really happy with this. I mean, just the work that it's already done, I'm extremely happy with. I mean, 6 Enderman heads. You use those specifically for certain crafting formulas. There's certain Ender IO. The tormented Ender head I use for an aversion obelisk, so I can use that to like make sure no mobs come near my base. I can put soul vials filled with their essence in here, and they won't go near him. Enderman heads you need for, well, powered spawners. You could use it for power. You don't need it. You need one for the soul binder, though. I already had one. You don't need one for any of these, but you do. Where was it? You do need it for an ender resonator. That is a must. Which you need also to make sentient ender. Which you need to make an inventory panel. That's like next level stuff. That's really cool. Remote access to inventories via remote awareness upgrades and item conduits. That's pretty cool. So yeah, as far as when I left you, I just did a couple of those enchants on my armor, and then I just kind of like got to work on this, and it was so satisfying and great. In fact, while I have you guys, and I'm not sure if I have enough experience, but let's go ahead and try and upgrade. Oh, the looting, one of the looting upgrades is the Enderman heads. It's, if you use 3 Enderman heads, you get looting, and that's another thing, is that that's one of the things you need it for. Do I have any? Let's go ahead and take all of that experience. I'm not sure if I'll need it. Book. Oh, this stuff stays in there. That's cool. Enderman head, that cost 27. So I don't have any more experience. That costs 9. What can I do to get experience in this game? Alright, well that'll be something I'm going to do. I'm going to do looting, and I'm going to do experience boost. Experience boost will allow me to get more, I should have done that first, right? Experience boost will allow me to get extra experience from mob kills. So that's just gold and lapis, and so I'll be able to do that. I'm going to go line that up so that I stay focused on that goal. One of my next goals, guys, is to finally, and I've had this up for a long time, I just haven't loaded it up, is to decide what's going to go into compacting drawers and regular drawers and stay over into this system, and then what's going to go over there. The rather less deep, this will be like deep storage, and that'll be like, you know, like, you know, just kind of like this type stuff. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, get the gold. Get that lined up. Gold and a book. That'll cost 25. Alright, one way to get experience is to turn on this thingamabob. It doesn't do particular, like, it's great that it gets the experience, but it's not like super great on the experience. And it's a relative drain on my energy system. You know, this is used more often than not. When it's turned on, it keeps up. And that's why I'm really glad I have the system that it turns off and turns on when it senses that. It's almost continuously on, though, as it ticked up over 92%. Actually, I think it stays in this mode for the most part. I wonder if I could be more efficient. Seems like the waste is... I don't know how to do this part. I thought I was able to get up there. This is how deep rod insertion. Change the control rod's insertion. Higher insertion slows reaction rate. Lower reaction rates reduce heat, energy, radiation output, and fuel consumption. Lower reaction rates reduce heat, energy, radiation output, and fuel consumption. I do want to reduce fuel consumption, so... Higher insertion slows reaction rates. Lower reaction rates reduce heat. Let's just test that. Is that a slower fuel consumption? Now the energy went down for sure. What's this? Higher levels of radiation reduce fuel burnup. So this is lower. And this is higher levels of radiation reduce fuel burnup. I don't want fuel burnup. But this is telling me something different. The higher the insertion slows the reaction rate. Lower reaction rates reduce heat, energy, radiation output, and fuel consumption. Maybe I'll have a nice middle ground. Maybe I'll keep it like at 30. Oh, it's having issues. Keeping up with that spawning system. Wow. I don't want to have an issue with that, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one more time. Oh, this is fascinating. I could do this all day, just tweaking this. We want this slow, though. Alright, this probably hasn't given me the experience I would like from it. That's just my guess. In the allotted amount of time. So I'm going to have to go get experience the old-fashioned way. Oh wait, I need to kill him. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. This is like my third level of the basement area. I have plans to, you know, expand this way and expand this way. It's going to be kind of more systematic down here, since I'm utilizing the earth for my walls and ceilings and floors. Yeah, I actually never really mind this look underground. I probably will change it up in the end, and this is kind of looking janky. But, yeah, I really hope you like the Enderman spawner.